This year marks the 60th anniversary of the campaign for nuclear disarmament, and that means it's also the anniversary of one of the world's most recognised political symbols, adopted by the CND ahead of an anti-nuclear weapons march to Aldermaston in 1958. Ellie Price has been taking a look.
For millions around the world, it's simply the peace sign, but its origins are homegrown. Designed by a British artist called Gerald Holtham ahead of a march he himself was going on. And the design is surprisingly straightforward. It's a maritime signal or semaphore for N and D. Nuclear disarmament. Gerald Holtham first showed this sketch of the image to a few members of the organising committee of that protest march to Aldermaston in February 1958. Michael Randle was one of 4 people in the room.
Well, I was a little bit unsure. I didn't immediately say, oh yeah, that's great, we must do that. But some of these other pictures helped to sort of enthuse, I think, all of us. He showed a big streamer banner that would stretch right across the road with a symbol on, and it would be spectacular. So he had thought about what the march would look like with this symbol on. And really, he sold it to us on that basis.
The march took place over Easter just a few weeks later. So you were on this march?
Yes.
Gerald Holtham's daughter Anna was 15 at the time. She'd helped make some of the placards, albeit begrudgingly.
I think I was really annoyed with their plans to go to Aldermaston because I probably had some boyfriend that I wanted to see. I wasn't too sure. It's a very, very cold day, I believe. And going to Aldermaston on a long walk with not the right clothes was not something I looked forward to. He loved the idea of the lollipop placard because they're easy to hold, and he was thrilled with that circle. And we all were in the workshop working away, printing them and sticking them on with copy decks. Sometimes getting splinters in our hands because the wood wasn't very nice wood.
The march was a success, so much so that it was repeated for several years. And there at the beginning was an American peace and civil rights campaigner called Bayard Rustin, who was so impressed with the protest and the symbol that he took it to the US and helped organise the 1963 March on Washington. From then, the CND symbol would become known more broadly as the peace sign. So it was just as well that Gerald Holtham hadn't copyrighted it.
I think that's what's made it successful, because people could reproduce it in whatever format seemed right to them, in whatever context, and to take on whatever meaning they wanted it to take on.
It's as modern today as it was in the 1960s and the 50s.
And 6 decades on, the CND don't mind sharing their logo either.
I think having this symbol, which embraces all these different aspects of the peace movement, has great resonance with young people as well as across the generations. I think that's very, very powerful. I think it's helped the cause of peace, to be as significant as it is in Britain today.